Good morning, I'm Nigel Croft and this is TA for Traders on Thursday the 16th of March. In this video we'll be looking at 5 US stocks. Adobe, where we've got results out this evening and we're expecting a consolidation. Oracle and Netflix, we expect further upside. SouthWestern Energy, which has had an upgrade yesterday and now looks interesting after yesterday's move. And finally Nvidia, where we see the shares are up at the resistance of the 20-day moving average, and if they don't get further upside from here, further consolidation is expected. So on Adobe, let's make the screen big. There we go. You can see that we've pushed into new high ground. The shares did move into high ground, consolidated, a nice flag here, found hit the 20-day moving average, which gave the support, and now we're pushing again into high ground. We can see the RSI, which had on the consolidation been starting to signify a bit of negative momentum, is now broken to the upside, and likewise the MACD, which had been indicative of downside momentum during that consolidation phase, has now turned upwards again. So one would expect further move to the upside. Looking at the longer term picture, you can see that we're bouncing up at the upper Bollinger Band. That's quite usual in a bullish looking chart. RSI slightly overbought, but as we saw back in 2014, it has actually been higher than this, and the MACD are also positive. On the support resistances, obviously we're in new high ground, so there's no resistance, and the support would come in at the 20-day, as we saw happen last week. That's at 119.9, and then the next support's at 119.11. And on Adobe, just to clarify, the figures are coming out after the market tonight, and so that'd be quite interesting. On Oracle, we are expecting further upside, similar to Adobe. Bullish trend. It did break a long-term downtrend with the move up that we saw in February. We've had another consolidation now, and it's breaking to the upside. One would expect, with the RSI ticking back up, for the resistance to be broken to the upside. MACD, because of the consolidation, similar to Adobe, still indicative of slight downside momentum, but that will turn around quickly. On the weekly chart, you can see that if we do break, there is further resistance to the upside at the 44.8 level. MACD positive, RSI indicative on the weekly of positive momentum. If there were to be downside pressure, you can see that the 20-week moving average has just crossed the 50-week moving average. That's the yellow crossing the blue, which is a positive medium-term indicator, so that would give support. On the support resistance levels, the resistance from last week at February 43.26. And then the support on any downside at the 20-day initially 42.55 and 42.25. Netflix, again looking positive, had a nice flag sideways, again broken to the upside. RSI likewise broken to the upside. MACD already turned. Looks like it will break the slight resistance we have and go into new high ground. On the longer term picture, again you can see the slight resistance that we saw from the start of February. given the size, the upside momentum indicated by the RSI and the MACD, one wouldn't expect this to really be a significant factor, and we expect further upside. On the I'll just go back to Netflix, because I don't think that was on the video. Sorry about that. So you can see the daily, and you can see the break up here. And what I was talking about was this downtrend in the RSI is broken, and on the weekly, you can see the minimum resistance there. RSI very positive, MACD very positive. On the support resistances, there's that slight resistance at 145.95, and then the support coming in at 142.15, and support coming in at 138.26. Moving on to Southwestern, you can see that yesterday there was an upgrade in the stock, and that it's made it find support, potential double bottom here, and the move up has taken it to the top of the downtrend. The RSI is now indicative of positive momentum, and the MACD is turning. So if it can actually get through the resistance seen at the 20-day moving average, one could see quite a quick uptick towards the next resistance, which is seen at the 22 to 24 level. On the weekly, you can see that the downtrend has gone into slight oversold territory on the weekly. MACD still negative, but if we do get a break on that daily above the 20-day on the daily, then you can see that we will maybe go up to the 20-week moving average, which is a resistance level at the 24. On the support resistances, as I said, resistance at the 20-day moving average 19.92, and then 21.76, with support coming in at 18.59 and 18.56. Finally, moving on to Nvidia, a stock that we follow most weeks. You can see that the consolidation has continued. The shares have just moved sideways. We're now at a key level in that the 20-day moving average is right on the spot level, but the RSI is starting to show signs of slight positive momentum. Likewise, the MACD is turning around. If it can break through the 20-day in the next day or so, the next resistance level will be at the 50-day, which is 106.18. That would be a key. These are the key tests for Nvidia over the next few days. If it can break through that, then it could have confirmed this as a flag, and then we could be seeing further upside. But my inclination at the moment is that the moving averages will hold, and that likely further downside could be expected, and the key support about 94.7 will be tested. But it's interesting times in Nvidia. On the weekly, you can see that we're bouncing around the 20-week moving average, and that's given the support. Did break slightly last week, has held this week. Again, quite interesting. The RSI there and the MACD are starting to indicate negative momentum coming into this market. So, be careful. On the support resistances, the resistance is at 106.18 and 111.8, with the support at 95.17 and at 87.54. This has been TA for Traders on Thursday the 16th of March. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be back shortly with another video on covering 5 UK stocks. So please do look back. Please remember that all the information in this video is for educational purposes only, and represents my own opinions and are not investment recommendations. And to this end, please do read the disclaimer. Thank you.